Hey there, YouTube. This is B-Winks here again, bringing you my handheld games collection for my Neo Geo Pocket Color, my Game Boy Advance, and then the original Game Boy. I've got a lot here, so I'll get right to it. I've only got 3 for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. First one is Sonic Pocket Adventure. It's alright. This is the one that came with it when I bought it. It's Derby Champ. It's a horse racing game. Not too fun. And then the third one also came with it when I bought it, and this is Title Match of the Millennium. It's a fighting game. Here again, also not that fun. But the Neo Geo Pocket Color has pretty good graphics for a handheld of its time, and it's just too bad that SNK couldn't compete a little bit better with Nintendo. But yeah, so those are my 3 Neo Geo Pocket Color games. My original Game Boy games, Dr. Mario. I'm trying to find the right spot here so I don't blast people out. Dr. Mario. One of my favorite games on the regular NES, but Blades of Steel. Super Mario Land, nothing spectacular. Galaga and Galaxian. World Cup Soccer. Castlevania Adventure. It's okay. It's not one of the better ones, but it's a Castlevania game. There isn't a bad Castlevania game in my opinion. Summer Olympic Games. This was the Atlanta Summer Games, so this was '96, I believe. So it's been a while. Tetris, everybody and their mother had that. Donkey Kong Land, it's an okay game. A racing game that I don't know how I got this, because I really, really hate racing games. It's my least favorite genre of all video games. Yeah, I don't know how I got this, but whatever. One of my favorite Game Boy games ever that I put a lot of time in on when I was younger and played a lot of, and that's just regular old golf. Caesar's Palace. It's a pretty fun game. And my last one of my original Game Boy games was Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man. This is a piece of garbage, but I was duped into buying it somehow. So anyways, those are my original Game Boy games that I picked up. And the rest of these are then my Game Boy Advance games. Sega Smash Pack. If I remember correctly, there isn't a lot of really good games on this one. Not too fun either, but it was cheap. Arcade Advanced. It's a Konami game. They got a few decent ones on this. I can't remember offhand either, but I remember playing a couple of these. This is a pretty decent game. Serious Sam. I love the Serious Sam games. You know, I wish they'd bring one back to one of the newer consoles, but anyways, Serious Sam. This game, though, very, very bad. Very difficult to play, but the rest of the series, it plays a lot like Wolfenstein, so not too graphic-wise, for its time, it wasn't that good. Pac-Man Collection. Gotta love it. As you could tell with some of my games, I'm an old school gamer. I got a lot of arcade classics, Pac-Man Collection, that kind of stuff. Super Mario World 2. The first one I beat a lot on the original Game Boy, but the Game Boy Advance one, this one's a little bit more difficult. Still a lot of fun, though. Another collection one, Namco Museum. There I go again. But, yeah, I don't know, something about sitting down. At my age, I like to sit down and see. My first system was the Atari. That's how old I am, so playing the old 2600. So these games kind of take me back to the old arcades. Let's see here. I'm a sports guy. I'm a golf guy. Mario Golf Advanced Tour. It's supposed to be in. It was supposed to be a Mario RPG, but it was too easy. It was a very easy game. Nothing too difficult. Let's see. Snood. Alright, little something about Snood. Snood is a puzzle game where you line up 3 like characters and blast them. This game was really popular about 10 years ago on the well, maybe 8-9 years ago, but on the PC. It was featured in a couple of TV shows where it was mentioned, and everyone seemed to be playing it for a short period of time. And Nintendo went out and put a game, Snood, and it's just a little bit more difficult to control than a PC version of the game would be. But either way, it's still a good game, and it's a lot of fun. And it's really cheap. And the DS has a Snood 2 version, which I really like. So if you ever see a Snood game, go ahead and pick it up. Let's see. This is an RPG. I'm an RPG guy. It's hard to read this label, but this one's called Car Battler Joe. Car Battler Joe is a car racing game. It's not a racing game because I don't like racing games, but it's a car game where you modify your vehicles and you ride around in this world and you get new parts to them. It's an RPG. I couldn't really get into it because it was talked up to me like it was a great game, and then when I went and played it, it was pretty difficult for me to get into. I'm used to the old, give me a sword, give me an axe kind of RPG guy. But, so the modern RPGs, I just not big into those. But anyways, Car Battler Joe is still a good game, but not for me. Wolfenstein, because I'm an old school gamer, I gotta have a Wolfenstein in there. Great game. But I know that I had said Serious Sam wasn't very good. I expect Wolfenstein to be what it originally was, and ID pretty much did that with it, but that's why I didn't expect that was Serious Sam. I thought maybe with Serious Sam they would do a little bit better with it. But anyways, Wolfenstein. The last 3 are RPGs, which are pretty fun games. Golden Sun. I see a lot of these around, so everyone seemed to play some Golden Sun. It seemed like. If you had an RPG, this was probably one you had. And when I see in the resale stores, I see this one all the time. So there must be a lot of people that have this. And then the last 2 of my handheld games are of my Game Boy Advance, and my Neo Geo Pocket Color are Breath of Fire and Breath of Fire 2. Both are good games. I can't remember if I ever beat the first Breath of Fire, but I know I beat the second one. It's a good game. I enjoy them both. They're a lot of fun. That's the classic RPG in my mind. I'm a old school turn-based RPG guy. I really like that. If that makes me, not getting into the modern times with these action RPGs, that's okay. But that's my thing. I really like those. So anyways, hope you enjoyed my games collection, and I'm going to be trying to get out all of my video collections very soon, and mainly because I just really appreciate what other people do, and I feel like I sit back and go, you know what, if they can do it, I can give it a shot. So thanks again for watching.